And with this, my YouTube recording is started. How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Okay, let's see if we can get session underway. So, Northern Party, just to recap last session, Garrick accompanied the group sent to hunt down Cleo, basically. They got Cleo back. And, yeah, that's about it. She healed you, Bellatrix, a little bit. And she
Garrick
doesn't...
flirted with her.
Garrick flirted with her. Diana, you're currently still out of it. Alright, so Bellatrix, Garrick, and Cleo, for the moment, y'all are in this, essentially a large tent, pavilion tent, if you will. Seats about 12 people with some guards. They've given you dinner, and they're instructing y'all to, they've got these bedrolls for you. Go to sleep, and tomorrow you'll be discussing with the boss, your future here at Camp Iron Fist. What is the party doing at this time?
All right, next starter up.
Okay, Dom, let's see. How can we reintroduce Diana here? Probably going to be the next morning. So, Dom, in the meantime, if you'd like, you can control Cleo, or we'll just try and keep things moving.
Oh, you're playing Mirage?
Now, for the sake of me taking steps in the right direction, Bellatrix, Garrick, do you intend to try to escape this camp here in the near future? Or are you going to try and go along and see what they want to do?
Well,
Bellatrix, standard night
yeah.
routine. What is your standard night routine here?
Well, standard what I would do at night, prayer, my
No.
standard, that kind of thing.
Alright. Anyway.
But I am praying to my God before I go to sleep for guidance on what she should do.
Alright. Let's see, you're first level, but then again, you've got this thing here. Yeah, no, if there's inspiration hitting you, you're pretty sure it's just your own. It's conflicting. You're not certain of the best steps here to take. Frankly, it could go either way, is what you're getting from it, from your own training. It's like, okay, being lawful, you want to, be lawful, but and then again, it could go either way, honestly. Lawful evils, like Scar, they typically more to exploit the loss of their own gains than to blindly follow them like those darn lawful neutrals and lawful goods. But, rules and structure, they have their place in the universe also. Cleo's going to ask the party to cover her while she tries to pray for a spell. She's going to have to, make a wisdom check to see if she can stay focused on it, because she's very distracted right now.
Garrick will guard, because Bella's...
Dom, why don't you roll me that wisdom check? D20, please.
With a 6.
A 6. Okay, she'll make that check and get that one spell back. Okay, Garrick guarding. After that, she'll thank you, and she's not going to try for another just yet. Alright, so Cleo will, she cautiously, she's getting into yonder bedroll too. She's keeping her sword well within arm's reach. Honestly, if she could hug that thing to sleep, she would. The rest of y'all are still unarmed at this point. As far as guards, right now, there are 2 of them in the tent. And y'all can give me perception checks if you'd like.
Bella's...
Hey, Naomi.
Perception is a 16, made it by 1. And Garrick made it just fine with a 15.
Yeah, no, the guards seem pretty tired. One of them's yawning a little bit, rubbing his eyes. Either one's trying to remain resolute, but yeah.
Healer's tapped, Diana's unconscious, and we're at half HP, but have no weapons. Yeah, no, we're not going to do anything.
Okay. So in that case, y'all plan to go to sleep. Okay. Let me think here. Alright. Well, Garrick, you feel something kick you in the leg, subtly. What are you doing? It has been time. You went to sleep, you know.
I'm looking
Alright. Well, the tent's
discreetly
darker.
as best as I can.
The tent's darker, but the guards do still have torches up, and you're trying to look discreetly. Give me a percentage die roll.
26.
26. Okay, well, you believe to be looking around discreetly. And yeah,
Oh no, just looking to see what kicked me.
that was, sorry, Naomi. That was Cleo, Garrick. Cleo kicked you, and she's,
What do you
mouthing
want?
something to you. You can give me a intel check.
9.
When
Intel's a 15.
say sleep, go for the guard on the left. And she's very carefully trying to move her sword so that you can grab it. Her two-handed sword.
Leo. No. Bad idea. Big head no.
She gives you a kind of wide-eyed, incredulous look. Alright, Garrick, give me a charisma check.
Yeah, no, I fell.
On 3, she mouths to you.
Fine.
Alright, so
I'll take the
she's
sword.
taking the sword. Okay. Well, the guards are not really watching over you at this point. They're just standing at attention by the front of yonder tent. And let me double check this spell really quick. Just a second, I apologize. I want to make sure I get this right.
This is gonna go bad.
If you can find the armory, you might be able to get Diana's silver sword. That will give you at least a fighting chance.
I'm still at half HP.
I mean, Garrick fights till -10.
Yeah, but there's only so much I can do against people here. There's so many of them.
Well, Derek, are you sure you want to do this then? Do not feel like the Dungeon Master is forcing you here. You can simply say no and continue trying to go to sleep. I'll allow that.
I don't want Cleo to die, though.
I didn't know you were on the objective.
Okay. Well, in that case, after Cleo passes you the sword,
well
she...
I grab the sword, but I also grab her and just haul her back down next to me.
Huh? Say that again?
Walk.
Grappling. I'm going to try and grapple her down just so I can go back to sleep. Like force huddle.
Okay, give me a strength check.
1.
Okay, well, you
Bitch ain't going
forcibly
nowhere.
push her down. Ow, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Go back to sleep.
We need to get out of here. They're going to kill us.
If they were going to kill us, we'd already be dead.
I don't trust it. We need to get out of here now while we have time.
We do not have time. There's at least 100 people in here, if not more.
So we do it quiet.
And killing 2 cards, it's going to be quiet. Go to sleep.
Damn it. Fine, give me my sword back.
I'm not.
And okay, fine. You can give me another charisma check, BTW. But you're at a bonus here.
Rolls the back is cheap. The turkey, light and
Yeah, no.
dark.
This is a terrible idea, but congratulations,
And-
you've talked Cleo out of her suicidal plan.
Well, it's
All
not
right.
like I talked her out of it. I literally have grappled her. So yeah, I'm not letting go till morning.
You're not letting go till morning. Well, funny enough, her ploy was going to be, hey guards, let me out, I need to use the bathroom. So we're not gonna go there.
Yeah, no. If I would just told you, well, go piss in that corner.
I saw a video of like this
Okay.
Indian student.
Anyways, party, y'all actually get a decent night's sleep, plus 1 hit point, everyone.
Yay!
And I wish we had.
Okay. Morning time comes. Diana, give me a wisdom check.
See, my wisdom. Forgot to put Diana and the dead characters.
What are we doing?
I don't
Oh,
know
it's
why you marked her off as dead. She's alive.
a defense.
Yeah, she fails by 2.
Feels like okay. Diana, you're still unconscious for the morning. Excuse me. Alright, moving forward here. So, Bellatrix, Garrick, and Cleo will get breakfast at this time.
That was pretty good.
And now on to the fun part here. Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't watching it.
They're gonna have you come out together out of the tent, and they're gonna bring you over towards some healer's tent type of deal. There's a couple injured people, bandaged, lying on bedrolls and such, including Diana, who is at this point still asleep, but she looks alive. She's breathing. Anyway, so that's a thing. I'm sorry, 1 second. Brain. So they bring you out over there. It's still morning time at this point. I forgot to adjust the timeline. 1 second. 1:31 at about 8:10 a.m. Okay.
Yes.
So at this point, that leader fellow, the dude in full plate, Argon, is gonna come there with some guards. And we're gonna slip into in character here. So he's approaching with guards. Is anyone saying anything? Cleo is NPC'd at this point. Well, always NPC'd, but
Garrick are shooting her a look that says, bite your tongue, or, oh, don't say anything mean.
I've had 2 seconds already.
okay. Are you doing anything before this guy speaks? As he's still approaching.
No, just eating.
Oh wait,
Whatever you had us doing.
Be back.
Alright.
Already.
He approaches and looks you all over for a second. Seems we have a bit of a problem here. Now, Gary, you did good getting Cleo back, but I don't know if we can trust you yet. I can't just let you go, because then you might go back and tell Toriel. So we're in a bit of an impasse here.
That's disgusting.
And Dom, you've got some background noise. Bellatrix, Garrick, you guys responding to that, or letting him wander out loud, basically?
I don't think I have really anything to say. I mean, he didn't really ask a question, he just made a statement.
Well, I'm open to suggestions if you'd like to plead your case. Otherwise, I have an idea.
And what is your idea?
Well, y'all are prisoners here, basically, so we'll make you do some grunt work, chopping of wood, kind of deal. Keep you under surveillance, armed guards, and you try anything stupid, we kill you. And then in a month or two, when our, stuff has happened, we let you go.
Stuff happens? This is Bellatrix.
That's need-to-know information, and I don't think you need to know it.
So why would Max throw all of you all out?
I mean, he didn't do it all at once.
Well, I know, but why though?
You must be new to the game. It's about control. See, if everyone he disagrees with disappears into the woods to be eaten by the miasma, then there's no one who's gonna oppose him, because, you break the rules.
Alright, then how does a boy stealing food to survive is someone who disagrees with him?
That part I don't know. Maybe he just got carried away by the power. Maybe the boy talked to the wrong person before then. Point is, we have a disagreement, Max and I, and that disagreement's going to come to a close very soon.
What's the disagreement?
Oh, you see, he wants to be in charge, and well, I don't.
You don't want him to be in charge, even though he's already in charge.
Yep.
Why don't you want him in charge? Outside of just throwing people to the miasma.
Oh, he, other than being a horrible person, tosses people to miasma because he's a prick. So, we're going to get him out of his comfy little seat. And you all are going to stay here. I think I like that idea.
So you want to get rid of him because he's a prick. But not because he throws people out to the miasma.
Those are one and the same. My goodness. Why am I even talking to you? Alright. Well, I'm a busy man. I've got things to do. Consider yourselves honored guests until you try something stupid, in which case consider yourselves dead men or dead women. And after waiting a second to hear any objections, complaint, or whatnot, he's going to set off with his guards.
Okay.
And now comes the fun thing. I could time skip you all forward, but I want to know if y'all are going to try to make any attempts at escape. Cleo is going to be sneaky. She's going to try and serendipitously heal you all, like at meal times and such.
Dungeon Master, am I allowed to walk over to Diana?
Yeah, absolutely.
I will check for a pulse, while also using lay on hands.
Very clever. Well, Diana, you can give me a... At this point, I guess it's a perception check. Yeah, because wisdom was at 0.
Well, of course, that's Bella, and Garrick will use his on himself.
Alright, Garrick, you use yours on yourself. Bella, on
Passed by
Diana.
12.
Yeah, Diana, you wake up. Holy shit, does it hurt.
What the fuck are you doing outside the bubble, man?
I genuinely want to tell my brother to just go fuck off right now. And I'm sorry that you have to hear his background noise.
That's
alright.
fine. I could barely hear him.
It's when he screams at the top of his lungs like a dumbass that is really annoying. But, anyways. Question. Did they take all of Diana's weapons? Because she does have a few hidden.
Well, let's see. Your short swords, yes. What other weapons did you have on you?
10 daggers, one was hidden in one of her boots.
Alright, the others were on a bandolier, I assume?
Yep.
Alright, well, they definitely took the bandolier ones, but are you checking to check your... Are you going to check your boot right now?
Yeah.
Alright,
Since
well,
I'm still in bed and I'm assuming there's still a blanket or something.
Wouldn't
yeah,
you
you
just
check.
fill it in your boot?
Yeah, no, that's a good point too. Apologies, I'm slow today, guys, and I really did not prepare
No,
enough for
I'm
this.
asking him. Wouldn't he still be able to feel the metal against his skin or wherever it is?
The answer is yes. It's still there.
Good to know, good to know. Just want to make sure.
Right. So yeah, at this point, they've got various people that run the camps, you know, the lieutenants and such, and they're going to start putting you all to work, other than you, Diana, who the attending cleric there will usher you all away. This guest needs healing and time to recover. So, how do you all want to do this? Do you want to go like a day-by-day thing where you wait and look for opportunities? Do you want to time skip a little bit forward?
Bellatrix is documenting everything, so you'll just have to tell me what I notice.
There's many things you notice.
And I'm committing it to memory.
Do you all want to do it like a day-by-day kind of deal, hour by hour? Do you want a small time skip essentially to heal on up here?
What do you want to do?
I'd say day by day because Diana's definitely not wanting to stay here for that long.
Cleo healing you would be like a serendipitous thing, but she'd be able to get you a couple times per day each. That would be enough to heal you up by, say, 3 days from now.
Okay.
Alright, so with the party's permission, I'm going to advance the clock 3 days. You work. Usually the work is seemingly menial, repairs to the defenses of the walls, for example. You're always accompanied by guards and such.
So we
You're not
decided
the only quasi-slaves, for what it's worth. You were saying, Aiden?
Alright, so 2 of the days of the time skip, Garrick will heal himself with his +2, which actually gets him back up to full, if you allow.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 3rd day, he will heal Beltrix.
Oh, Cleo's also going to be healing y'all. I'm basically allowing y'all to jump 3 days, and in exchange you get full hit points.
Okay, that works for me.
Alright.
So, like, I don't understand how that's.
Alright, so yeah. Diana, after the 2nd day, you're healed enough that they start putting you to work too. It's mostly menial stuff, prepping for the camp. They don't have you touch the cooking or the armory tent, of course. It's dig this ditch here, or blah blah blah. You get the gist of it. Maintenance work.
Eminem, how many days are in your year?
360.
Nigga.
Okay.
Birthdays, I assume?
I forgot to do that.
Could have sworn you did because they were twins. You made a point of it because they got the same birthday.
Yeah, I just had to row one for one of them. But I never actually rode the birthday, though.
Oh. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was the birth order and such. They were the same. He asked if they could be twins. Alright.
Yeah.
So, that's that taken care of. So, it's been a few days later. You all are up to full hit points. At this point, Garrick, you still have Cleo's sword. One night she's like, we have to get out once we're all healed, at least. I'll try and sneak out at night. You hold on to the sword. And Diana, you've still got yonder dagger. And you all have a decent idea of the layout of this campsite at this time. So, give me a second here. Camp. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. So, accepting the fact that this will not be a perfectly accurate representation of the thing, here is your rough sketch of the campsite. Boop. The boss tent, of course, being where, what's-his-name keeps coming in and out of. There's always guards posted out there. Weapons, there's a thing over there, barrels of spears, swords, bows, that kind of stuff. It's an actual log cabin. The cook's
Where
also...
is us?
Yes, that's the thing I never marked on this, the healer's tents. Do you see the cluster of 5 around a campfire directly to the right-hand side of the boss?
Yeah.
That's the different healer's tents and such. You guys would be in the one that is to the left-hand side of the campfire directly, neither up nor down.
And I'm assuming in the boss is where the crystal and the chalice is.
That does appear to be roughly center. And again, it's not perfectly to scale. When I made this thing, as you can tell, it's good old MS Paint layered over a grid paper. It wasn't perfect. So yeah, most of the squares are tents of some kind or another. The bigger squares are actual houses.
Double M, I have a question for you.
Yeah, huh?
Since the Witchers that we have described are monster hunters, would Diana have any kind of general knowledge of, like, oh yeah, these plants in your area are poisonous, don't touch them? Like, would she have any of that kind of knowledge?
I thought, which types of plants? Let me see. Monster Hunter... I mean, sticking to the canon of The Witcher itself, yes, but we never really allotted for that, so I would say no.
Well, we didn't. Okay. Well, if you didn't think of it at the time, it's...
Yeah. I'll have to think on that more, but at the moment, I'm leaning towards no.
Well, at higher levels, they do get to brew potions. And you need to know certain ingredients.
So, in order to brew potions, you'd have to have that information. Means you'd have to train and learn that information. Part of the training would probably be done before, or part of it on the job type of deal.
I'd say that would be down to your local area first.
So here, I'll give you a percentile die roll. Oh yeah, you know a bit.
Okay. Just in the general area of just like looking, like doing the menial tasks, do any of the ones that I see, like, are there any plants I recognize as being poisonous?
No, you don't recognize any poisonous plants. There's one that's particularly good at dealing with fevers, a type of moss that grows on the underside of certain rocks. And that's about it.
Damn. Okay.
Dungeon Master, would my 2 be able to tell the difference between a normal weapon and a silvered weapon?
Yes, silvered weapons appear silver.
Okay. The fact we have to cross past the boss's tent to get to the weapons.
Well, it's not a tent; it's a cabin.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, but for intensive purpose for my thinking right now, I'm considering the tent. Like, that is really risky, because we have to cross him to get to there, to get weapons, to actually be able to defend ourselves.
Well, now he's at full health. We were just resetting him, bro.
And I'm assuming either our stuff is in the weapons building, or it's with the boss itself.
Hmm.
Imagine you're a bunch of bodyguards.
I know. I can almost guarantee that my silvered weapon would be with the boss, because he wouldn't want. Because if we do break out, it would be much easier for one of us to just go to the armory, grab the silvered sword, and just poke him a few times.
Except the boss isn't the one who's...
outside.
He's in full plate mail. The dude who we hit with the normal was in plate mail.
Inside the bubble, so they can't hurt.
Unless Eminem made a goof here.
I thought it was the same dude.
They're both in plate mail.
The bubble, they
You
can't
just said the boss was in full plate mail, though, when he walked up.
Did I? Rip.
Yeah.
He's in plate mail. Apologies.
Okay.
You know.
I don't think the boss would keep a weapon that could probably hurt him with him. That just seems like kind of a redundant thing. Oh yeah, this thing can hurt me. I'm going to keep it with me. Doesn't make much sense. But then again, I don't know Eminem's thought process very well yet. I know you want us to escape. I know that's what you want us to do.
If you guys say, okay, we're gonna support the bandits and their thing and try and earn their trusts, I will start running that. I need to figure out what you want to do.
It's just realistically, we should continue on with what we're doing. But I'm an evil. I have 2 evil characters. And, well, if I do this, I have an in with the new guy.
Alright,
But
Diana?
I'm fine with trying to escape.
So I can see the appeal of doing it because, you know, evil. I now have a favor I can call in, if you will. I can see this. But I'm still lawful, and, you know, this is kind of bending their rules.
Oh, this is very
Yeah.
chaotic in that sense. They're talking about possibly overthrowing an elected government. Now, they claim to have good reasons for it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really don't see a way out for us to get out unless we agree to be with them, and then actually when we get their turn and, you know, say, ha! It was
Well,
a-
as you can see, I have put in a actions for the round entry. I need to know what the party is doing. See, at this point, I've taken the onus off of me to tell you what's happening, and I've told you what's happening, so now it's on to you to tell me what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do we work with them just to get back to the city and then switch sides? Or do we stick with them? What we could do is see who's going to win. Like, you know, pretend we're with them and then wait to see which side's going to win. And then, you know, go from there, go with the winning side.
Diana just wants the fuck out of this place.
So do I, but we have no way of doing it because we're not going to get out. There's only one way in and out.
Well, we only have
Oh, I never
two
marked the
weapons
stables
between
either.
us. We have 2 weapons between us. We have the guards been like always like at a certain time they get really tired and they just don't like watch after that.
Oh, they've
basically.
gotten very lazy around you all. At first, they kept you on a tight leash, but it's been a couple days. Y'all haven't tried anything stupid, so your leash has slowly gotten longer and longer. When you go out to chop firewood, they keep you in sight, but they're talking at each other, shooting the shit kind of deal.
The thing is, I need to get a weapon Beltrix can use. Otherwise, she's just kind of useless. Did they at least let us keep our armor? Because that's all they got.
Yeah, you can have your armor. And again,
Okay.
try anything stupid, and well, that armor isn't gonna do you much.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So do we just want to
Listen,
roll a die here, or?
have you given out XP for the northern party yet?
Nope, still
No.
holding on to it. Y'all have to. It's more than just time skip. You have to train, that kind of deal.
I know it's not just time skip. We have to train,
Well,
but
actually, no. Trains for level up. Time skip. You're in the middle of enemy camp right now. It's if you're time skipping in the city, 100%. In the middle of a camp full of potentially hostile enemies, like just snap their fingers, like what? We don't like these people anymore. You're dead. Yeah.
well, I was mainly asking because if Diana somehow gets to level 2 from the enemies we fought,
Yeah, no, you're
I
not
would be
leveling up
able.
from this. Not yet.
I could get the fire sign and just start being a fucking pyromaniac.
Mm. So what is the party doing? And you can take your time and think about it if you want. The less I have to do tonight, the better.
I'm thinking that we just try and fucking go.
All right, he wants to go. We'll go.
Alright. Well,
This is
Cleo does
gonna
not
be really
have much
fun.
of a plan beyond, okay, it's nighttime. If you give me some time to prepare, I can try to put the guards to sleep, one of them. The other one, because there's always two, your guys are going to have to deal with, preferably quietly. Do you think you can handle that?
Does the guards look like they have any like alarm thing? Like, do they have any bells or like horns on them?
You laugh?
Some of the guards do carry, like, goat horns or something that they could blow.
Dungeon Master, our tent, are they inside the tent guarding or are they outside the tent guarding?
The first couple days they were inside, now they usually just stand at attention outside. They shift off every now and again. Yeah, not Vi, apologies. The other character of yours that has perfect memory. Bellatrix,
Bellatrix?
you're fairly certain there isn't a perfect schedule, but you've got a rough idea. 5-hour shift? 7-hour shift? Maybe it's 6? You're not sure.
Alright. I'll tell. I mean, if we're going to take them out, we need to take them out at the same time. Which means either they have to come inside
I mean, we have to do it.
or. Are there anyone. Like, where's the entrance to our tent? Is it like on the back side? Like.
Nah, your tent's entrance is towards that campfire there, which would be facing to the right-hand side.
Alright, so that's better, but that's worse at the same time. Now I have to worry about if I take them out at the same time, I'll have to drag them in or have them come in.
Is there like a lamp in here?
They plant a torch out front, and it's nighttime. That torch still flickers and gives light, but the inside's dark usually. At one point earlier on, they had lanterns, but they're not using that anymore. Why waste the oil,
This is very tricky.
Do they do any. Okay, Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try something. Dungeon Master. Is it
Yeah.
night currently?
Right now, I have you at morning time of day 3.
Okay. Well, then tell me when it gets night. I want
Alright,
to try
so
something.
I will advance time over towards nighttime. Alright, y'all work. There's a day of work, lunch, dinner, done. Night falls. Y'all are directed to go to your tent. I assume you're complying?
Mm-hmm. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are near the area where we're at, like at our tent when we're there?
Alright,
Like,
so
are
as
the
you
other
notice...
tents empty?
No, the other tents usually have people. A couple of them are the women children. Some of the men folk, there are guards. Kind of a mixed
Dungeon
bag.
Master will attempt to leave the. Are we at the tent? I don't know yet.
So at this point, y'all are being directed to go inside the tent. It's lights out, basically.
We'll go see if I can wander around. Not like near the gate, just wander around towards the cook's area.
Well,
Not at it,
it's
know.
nighttime.
Just...
They want you in your tent. So
I know. I want to
oh.
see if they'll stop me or if they'll let me.
They're gonna stop you. Get back in your tent.
God dang it.
Mhm.
Alright, back in I go. I was hoping to see if they've let us wander around at night a bit, as long as we're within sight range of them.
Doesn't seem like it.
There's a
Okay.
Now, inside your tent, you've got basically free reign.
What's in this tent?
Alright, well, first off, note that those squares are, I believe, tens of feet. So it's like a 20 by 20 square. It's a pavilion tent. It's mostly empty. There's like a single table, and they sometimes give you your food there in the breakfast. There aren't really chairs, so it's just standing room. And, yeah, that one entrance over there. I'm trying to think of any other furnishings. I'm not coming up with any at the top of my
Bedrolls, well, that's about it.
bedrolls, yeah.
So is it an open tent, or is it like one of those that has like a little entrance?
There's an entrance over towards the campfire, like I
Like,
described. The
is it
rest
an
of it is
open
walled.
entrance, or does it have like a cloth blocking the view?
It's just an open entrance.
Diana.
Yep.
Go to one of the corners that's not near the entrance and see if you can slit a hole in the tent to be able to crouch out and in and out from.
Will attempt to do so quietly.
Okay. Now, you all are aware
Not-
they do occasionally check the tents and make sure there are no problems with it.
No, you've never said that before.
Now, that's something that you are aware. I'm telling you now, before you do this action, this is a thing they occasionally do. It's not every day, it's not even every week, but you haven't been here long enough to determine the pattern.
But never mind, disregard that. God damn it.
Like I said, I can't think of every detail here, and tired as I am, I'm trying.
Like, you really put us in a hard situation. Like, we can't escape because we have the weapons.
I mean, if I want to play the world stupid, then y'all can escape, but then it's, the world's being stupid. I mean, if you really wanted to, y'all could bring in another group of characters that try and rescue this group of characters.
Diana,
But,
come with me. This is Beltrix. Diana, are you coming or no?
I didn't even hear you. What?
I said, Diana, come with me.
She will go with Bellatrix. I think it's the one that's smoking.
Going out to the guard.
Alright, you go out to the guard,
I want to talk to your leader.
then talk to him tomorrow. It's late.
Now.
Give me a charisma check.
No.
No. Well, he cocks his head at you slightly and straightens up a bit. He has a spear and a short sword sheathed over by his belt. What for?
Our arrangement.
Then it can wait for tomorrow. Go to sleep.
It cannot wait.
Can't. If you want, you can try another charisma check there.
13, which is still probably going to be a no.
Yeah,
no,
he scoffs at.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he scoffs at you. Back in bed, or I'll put you there.
Try me.
Alright. Now, to give you a better description of the scene that's going down here, there's that other guard by the tent who I have mentioned. Yeah, there's always two of them. Dude also has a spear and sword. Additionally, in the area at this time, is there anyone else?
Diana.
There's Diana, yes. No, I'm talking about guardswomen. A couple other people in the tents nearby, but, that's, 30, 40, 50 feet away or thereabouts. Alright, so dude levels the spear at ya. Last chance.
Would your boss really want you to pincushion one of the people that have been working for you.
Diana,
I feel like that'd be a very dumb decision.
Diana, give me a charisma check and tell me what your charisma is.
My charisma's a 13, and that is a charisma check of a 6.
6. Alright, he hesitates for a second.
Oh, I forgot.
13, you said. You rolled a 6. Here, buddy, just let him through. Alright, you two stand there a second, and they're gonna call out, hey, get a couple guards over here. And what are you all doing at this point?
We're waiting to go see the boss.
Well, after about a couple minutes, they get 4 or so guards, and those 4 guards will escort you over to yonder main tent. Alright, so over by main tent, the guards over there halt what you're doing, so on and so forth. These two want to talk. You know, it's a bit of back and forth here that I think we can properly cut out. And, alright, they'll direct you to wait outside the tent. And the
Thought it was a
guards...
box.
Well, the
I
house,
thought
my
that-
bad.
yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The DM needs a bathroom break. 1 second.
Right. So, Dom, you see what I'm thinking?
If this, I'm going to have to ask Double M a question before we. I'm assuming the plan is to try and take the boss hostage or something along those.
No. We talk to him, get him to. We say we side with him, but we can't escape from inside here. We can escape once we're outside the walls if we're heading towards the city. But we can't escape from within inside.
I mean, we probably could. It would just be a lot harder.
Yeah, and there's 100, and we're like 4.
Well, 100, that's including women and children, and I don't think women and children are going to fight us.
All right, well, that's 50.
Roughly
The fur.
50.
50 versus 4, and only 2 of us has weapons.
Alright, I have returned.
Welcome.
Okay, so y'all are being directed to wait outside. And I need to think how this is going to work. Okay. Okay, one of the guards goes on in, and y'all are going to be waiting outside for a few minutes.
I was under the
Is
elevator.
the party doing anything special during this time, including party back at the tent?
Garrick's just chatting with Cleo, flirting, everything.
Diana's not doing anything of note.
Bellatrix is just keeping count, photographing everything if she could.
Yep. Okay, so let's think. Alright. Argon, the boss, walks on outside. He's in his chainmail armor, apparently. Dude has more than one set of armor.
Well, if you
And-
got plate mail, you got chainmail underneath it.
Anyhow,
Does this guy look like the one where I hit him in the head with the normal
No.
sword and it ticked off?
no. Different guy.
Different guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 2 guys in plate mail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Bellatrix, Diana. He walks out, sees y'all, his eyes narrow. They said that you wanted to talk to me.
Yes, I figure this is a conversation that couldn't wait till morning.
Oh,
Since
this
it took us
better be good.
since it took us 3 days to deliberate on what we should do. And we've come to the conclusion we'll work with you.
Interesting. And what caused this change in ideals?
Nothing really. If what you say is true, then Maximilian is far too gone.
Oh, I am pleased to hear it. In fact,
0 damage.
I think we can work you into the plan beautifully. Guards, escort them back to their tents. Tomorrow we're gonna set out. It's time for stage 2. Get some rest. You're gonna need it. Gonna put on a hell of a show tomorrow.
God help them.
She'll nod
And
to Diana and we'll. Yeah, okay, we'll go.
okay. So, you all are gonna be escorted back to your tent. You doing anything special once you get back there, or anything special along the way?
Just documenting the outside area, you know,
Mm-hmm.
looking at everyone, seeing where they are, seeing how many people are congregating where. You know the thing I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, you all get back to the tent there, and Garrick is bothering Cleo, who's like, I don't know. I haven't figured that far out. You get the gist of it. Is the party doing anything special that night?
Beltrix will inform them of the plan of that we've agreed to work with them and explain that it was our only shot.
Now, curious, Bellatrix, and I didn't ask this before because I wanted my decision on that guy's behalf to be legit. Are you attempting to backstab him once you get out of the camp, or is this a legitimate switch in ideology here?
It depends on who's winning.
Yeah.
Alright, so survival of whoever wins.
Yeah.
Alright, that's lawful evil enough. That's neutral enough for this circumstance. No alignment shifting needed. I considered for a second, because I assumed this was going to be the ploy, was that he'd be like, okay, then you'll be fine casting aside the gods who cast us out, and you'll pray to, insert the god he was going to say here, who I won't name. But I figured that would be too confrontational for you all, so I played nice. Anyways,
Well,
he's
Diana
not a very holy
will
man.
follow any certain god.
And
Well-
you said Garrick's god is just fight. Doesn't matter which side. So.
War. What is it good for? Absolutely everything.
But if she runs into a member of her temple, and there's more of them than they are of, these guys, that's a no-brainer there. That's a switch.
Okay, so let me check if there's any encounters that night. Oh, interesting. One moment, please. I did not consider this. Ooh, that's a fun book. 76.
Plus, we got fucking deities and demigods.
No, I can't use a Revenant. I'm gonna have to re-roll it.
I mean, you can.
I mean, there's enough people here.
No,
But
it's
yeah.
a Revenant. They're not a standard monster, not even close. Page 11 of this book. Pretty sure these are in the demon's range. No, they're not. Interesting. Yeah, boars aren't really an encounter. I'll give it one more roll, just to see if it's something good. Otherwise, then it's just boars and the party moves on. 47. Yeah, neither of these are good. Oh, funny enough, that's a turtle. There's no tribe of turtles coming to invade this thing at night.
Casually walks past the camp.
No, okay, so some warthogs. Anything else occur that night? I'll be the son of a gun, there is. Let me check that real quick. Oh. Interesting. Well, let me check this out.
I just like that. Oh.
Okay. What are the odds of this actually becoming a fight? Okay, not that high. Well, party perception checks at about... I'll need to check for... Okay.
That's a natural 1.
Let me check Cleo. Cleo fails. She's still sleeping.
So we perception check.
Yeah, perception checks.
Alrighty.
Alright. For those of you that pass your perception checks, you'll awaken after 3 or 4 or 5 hours worth of sleep, you're not sure obviously, to some strange noises. The sound of wings beating, but really loudly, some type of screeching noise echoing across the, something.
Night pack.
The guards seem to have woken up a bit from outside, and there's some people rushing around. What's the party doing?
Looking outside to see what's going on.
Alright. Well, some of the guards are standing at attention. People have bows out, looking at the sky. They seem very distracted at the moment. But other than that, you don't see anything, other than, high guard alert presence all of a sudden.
Looking up into the sky.
Alright, well, since you're in a pretty well-lit area, your infravision's kind of not over here right now. And you're not seeing anything, and as you, try and shield your eyes from the light as best you can to get some infravision going, you're not catching anything.
Well, I mean, we can't leave the tent because they'll attack us. So it's like...
Again, the front of that tent faces a campfire. Campfires are bright.
I can still, go to the door, back out, and have my back to it.
Anywho, this continues for a couple minutes. The people tense on edge. Bows have even been notched in a couple places, but no one's drawn. And the sound subsides, fades. What's the party doing?
What town is that?
Waiting to see for 5 minutes. Well, that's what I'm doing, not what the party's doing.
Dom, your character?
Still looking, still standing in front of the tent, not going anywhere, looking to see what the fuck happened with that batting of wings and screeching sound.
Alright, well, after about 5 minutes, you're not picking up anything at this point.
Then go back in and go back to bed.
Yep.
Okay, well, the white dragon will continue flying on by because it decided not to mess with the big camp. It wasn't a very large one. Alright. He was, in fact, pocket-sized.
Was it a pocket white dragon?
God damn it.
A pocket white dragon.
I'm surprised he didn't just throw gibelings at us.
I considered it, but that wasn't on the same page. Okay, moving forward. The rest of the night passes without encounter. That will put us all on day 135. Boop. Close that out. 1 second. Okay, day 135 comes around, and you all are going to be gathered together instead of your normal chores work. There are several men in chainmail getting, swords and shields and such from the armory. And you all are gathered out front by the longhouse of Argon, the leader.
Mm-hmm.
And to make a long... No, actually, let's RP this out. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is RP heavy right now, but it's got to be
That's fine.
process of it. Well, Argon basically has you all line up military style, if you will. And, yeah. Going in character here. So, y'all want to fight for us. Good. We have a special job in mind for you. You're going to play captives. We're going to come to the city, and we're going to demand an audience in exchange for the chalice. Y'all are going to be tied up, and we're going to threaten to cut your heads off and horrible things if Max doesn't give us what he wants. And then, once the trade-off occurs, treasure for your lives in the chalice, y'all are going to kill Max.
And if he just has the archers kill us...
That would be a shame. We're giving you your weapons, though. Your hands won't actually be tied. It's just gonna look and feel that way. But if you yank your things at the right time, it will come loose. And should be good. And we're not doing it inside the city. That'd be a fool's errand. We're gonna have him meet us a few miles outside the city with himself, his guard, so on and so forth. Now, if y'all kill him, that's great. If y'all capture him alive, that's better. I want to drag him through the streets of his city and show the world who he really is. Think you're up for it?
All of our weapons back?
Yes, your weapons. I don't know why any one person wants that many daggers, but yes.
That wasn't ready to war.
Okay.
I was mainly talking about since I would have assumed that you'd be highly concerned giving me my silvered weapon again, considering one of your more powerful members is a lycanthrope.
Oh, if you try anything funny, he will kill you this time.
I'd
Besides-
assume so, but I also feel like that would just be a slight concern, so that's why I was asking if I was going to get all of my weapons back.
Dungeon Master, I look around. Do I spot him? Because I know what he looks like.
Yep. Oh, he's right there.
Okay.
Okay.
How
So
many
you all-
people do I count?
Oh, there's at least 24 of them.
Alright, so...
24 plus them.
mhm.
Alright. Bait, y'all don't need to know this part. We're gonna discuss strategy. You all will wait over by your tent. We're gonna set out. Probably have to make it halfway there, camp for the night, and the next morning we meet at the arranged time. Just got word back from him. Alright. And at this point, you all are being brought back over to your tent, and you will be given your weapons.
Okay.
Alright, so Cleo,
Is
Garrick...
the
Yes,
is the
Dom.
boss person still like near the tent when we get our weapons?
The boss person's still near his house when you get the weapons, you mean?
No, because I'm assuming they're giving us our weapons when we get back to the tent.
Yes, they're giving you your weapons when you get back to the tent. Is he still by his house? Like the dude giving instructions to the other guys?
By the tent.
By your tent? No.
Okay. Because I was going to ask him a question.
So is the party doing anything special at this time before I continue to advance time around y'all?
Nothing from me?
Right.
Yeah.
Cleo will get her holy symbols / weapon back from you, Garrick, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
No. And okay, so advancing time, this dude giving instructions to his people. They kept you out of earshot deliberately, and no one asked to go like try and listen in quietly, so I'm assuming y'all don't want to do that. Oh, my arm.
I mean, I could try.
Do you want to try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear noise 5%.
You're gonna have to get closer if you want to try and hear noise.
I mean, if we're near our tent, since...
Oh, they're
from what
not
I
like
could
talking
see-
in a loud voice. It's like
Yeah.
one-on-one communication type of deal. Aiden, you're gonna have to
Never
clarify
mind.
that question.
Never mind.
Okay. I'm gonna wait on Aiden to clarify that. Honestly, Aiden, I don't know of a good way to really answer that question, like, beyond the stuff I've already told you. Like, if you have a yes or no version of that question that I can answer, that'd be great. Ow. Or unless you don't mind if I answer it openly, like I'm being vague here in case you want it to remain
Well, I'm
private
trying to
because you're
figure
typing.
out if me actually, bringing him max, would that still keep me in lawful evil or no? That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
Okay, so Aiden, you can overthrow Max here, and that's still lawful evil because at the end of the day, the power structure remains mostly the same. You just helped prop up a new head who now owes you a favor, or you like because, or
Okay,
will
that's
like
what I
you.
was. That's what I was looking for.
Or you double cross that. I've deliberately constructed this in such a way that most alignments should be able to play one way or the other.
Except lawful good. Lawful good's kind of fucked here. But no one here's lawful good.
The lawful good would have a headache trying to figure out. Okay, they've broken the law, but then the person who's supposed to uphold the law is
Oh,
breaking
the
the
thing
law
is,
and
funny
doing
enough,
this.
there is a solution here. I've constructed this dilemma, but one of the sides is lying to you. Which one? You don't know.
And we're not high enough levels to do detect lie.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, give me a second to answer this. Okay, Naomi, I'm gonna drop that for a second here and get back into session mind. Okay. So, at this point, y'all do have a couple guards by you, of course, but they're gonna wave you on over. And, okay, we're proceeding on foot. We're gonna head due south directly until we hit the road, then take the road to the west. Alright, thank you, Aiden, for that. Alright. I assume the party is accompanying them along this journey here. And by assume, it's like they're gonna poke you with pointy things if you don't.
We'll follow.
Alright.
I mean,
So, let me go get everything together. This is not quite an iron column, but there are quite a few people here. So, in addition to you four, Argon is going with. He has a warhorse, heavy warhorse, wearing chain barding. This dude actually has barding on his horse.
well, this is effectively going to war.
A subpar column.
Right, let's see. We got a couple other figures of note. Oh, give me a second. I need to pause session for just a second. If y'all need to take smoke breaks or bathroom breaks, now would be the time. I need to do something on my phone. It's that magical time of the day, 8:30 p.m. And I apologize, guys. This is mostly being written by the seat of my pants as I do this. I hope it's good for y'all.
That's fine. We're enjoying ourselves.
That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'm enjoying this right now.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a fun little chronicle here. And curious to see how things are gonna go. I'm gonna have to pause session at one point or another to roll some stuff up, but other than that, it should be good. Okay, so we've got Argon himself. We got a couple trusted lieutenants, of course. I never did figure this guy out. I'm gonna have to figure him out really quick. Oh wait, I did. I'm genius. Alright, we've got 3 lieutenants, one of whom is that guy I told you about earlier, Zarin, the guy that kicked the party's ass. And yeah, fun stuff there. Let's see. That guy is staying there. And now for the general forces. So this guy, 3 lieutenants. And what of his forces is he taking? He's taking his guards. So that's 6 guards for him there. And the rest of them will stay there to maintain order. And then there's the general forces. Actually, no, because those guys are going to come with. And by those guys, I mean those guys, yes. And yeah, this is about to break into large group combat if this goes far enough. We shall see. Let's see, 24, 24. Okay. Very good. Alright, so most of the forces have have leather armor. A couple have chain. They've all got either crossbows or bows of some kind. Some have spears. Some have swords. Short swords, long swords. Yeah. So in total, your company is some 40 to 50 people. Alright.
All right.
As far as formation goes, they're going to have y'all come up in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, they're basically just walking true or 3 or 4 file down the road. The leader, Argon, is up in front behind you all on his warhorse. And left, right, and behind are his 3 lieutenants, and a couple other lieutenants a bit behind them, keeping the armed forces in line. And marching. Okay, I wish I could ask how fast the party wants to go, but the fact is the party doesn't get to choose, and that's kind of bad. Okay.
We're technically so we do get to kind of choose the mileage.
That's a good point, actually. Party, how fast do y'all want to try going?
Normal speed?
Which is in miles per hour. Give me a rough number.
Are we walking?
Yeah, you're on foot.
Well, a normal walking speed for a human is 3 miles per hour.
Alright, 3 miles per hour. That's good pace. They'll keep up with that just fine. Alright, I need to do some distance calculations now. There's Iron Fist. They're going straight down there, then over to there. Okay, so that becomes that many miles. So first over the wilderness, y'all are going to be closer to 2 miles per hour, maybe even slower. Iron columns typically go slow as it stands, so y'all are going to try for 3 and they're going to woe you back down to 2 even on the open road. This isn't quite an iron column. It's not, wagon horses, but it's how people go. You get a large group together, they never go as fast as a small group. Alright. And yeah, the lieutenants and such, they are on horseback as well. Most of the grunts are on foot. But yeah, plenty of horses out and about on this thing too. Second hour passes without event. Third hour, that's fun.
See, they are talking in the alliance, Sarah.
Give me a second. That does not exist here, but these do.
I think they're talking about training.
Alright. Well, party, y'all can give me some perception checks. Like one apiece type deal.
Fortunate stuff, basically. Yeah, but this is about the looks.
Perception check, you said?
Bellatrix failed. Garrick made it.
Diana makes it.
Alright. Well, for those of you that pass your perception checks, you notice you notice 2 eagles in the sky flying above the party. Is the party doing anything at this time?
Nope.
Am I allowed to nudge my sister?
Yeah, absolutely.
I nudge her and point upwards.
Alright, well, checks at this point, you're aware of the eagles.
How big do they look?
Well, they're up in the sky, it's hard to say. They look pretty normal sized, though. Proportions seem good for an eagle.
Alright, well. I'm looking around the area, keeping my eyes out, looking for signs of a trap as we move.
Okay. You don't have find, set, remove traps as a skill, do you? Let me check. Alright, interesting. You do not perceive any presence of traps.
No, not traps as in like, ambush.
That kind of deal, yeah. You don't perceive any of that either.
I'm just, looking around, trying not to give them the option of being a surprise.
Alright, duly noted. Alright, well, yeah, it clearly wasn't an ambush. Those must have just been normal eagles, because, the group keeps traveling. And that will have been that much time. Alright. And at around lunchtime or thereabouts, the procession makes it to the road. The section of the road you're at is just an east to west stretch, curves slightly to the north, the way that you're going to be going. So he points you all to the east, he being, Argon, not east-west, I'm sorry. I get my compass directions messed up. Argon points you all to the west, and march.
Okay.
The one at 50%?
And after about an hour or so of that, the procession does, halt. It's like, okay, rations, and y'all can mark off rations for lunch.
Dear God. I need to get a galvanized meds.
Alright. Anyone doing anything special during lunchtime?
Eating and just keeping my eyes around,
Wait,
surveying the location, cementing it to my memory.
Okay. I need to do some math while y'all can quietly talk amongst yourselves. Y'all are there.
What is that one? What is that?
I appear to have messed up distance at some point. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to recalculate that. Alright.
God. Oh my God! Yes! Because I literally built status
Interesting.
every single bully. Oh my. But you could put. Oh, just put like every status mod on it and just proc. And it just proc every. Oh my God. I'm gonna make that a second thing, other than the slash move, I mean, viral move on it.
Ooh. Interesting. These things are kind of mean. A little too strong for the party, I think. I get the feeling if I threw these, the party would perish. But on the plus side, those of you that survive would get a lot of XP. If you survived.
Okay.
Should I throw them or not?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're a wee bit strong.
I think that's how running Ma, a bit get buffs, like run itself as scramble build. Is buff myself. But I still need the 62.
Interesting.
The only Madden game I've ever played is Madden
Very
20.
interesting. Alright, party, y'all have some freedom. Why don't y'all make a formation with the four of yous?
I used to dominate my siblings only because
We have a formation.
by the way, every time.
Alright, well, mind, I'm sorry, give me a second here.
It's
It wasn't gaming.
right
It
above
was,
the Psycho Party.
Thank you, that's right, that still exists there. Okay. They're a bit stronger than the other thing, but there's a lot fewer of them.
I'm hitting red crits like three. At this standards. This dude wants to. Oh, this guy.
Okay, I will
Well,
need
there's-
perception checks then from the person in the lead. Let's see.
Which is Garrus and Beltrix.
Garrick and Bellatrix, that's right. North Party. Bellatrix, Garrick marching side by side, yeah.
Well, one of the coolest points in the
Bella is on a roll of not seeing shit, and Garrick is on a roll of seeing everything.
Well, Garrick, what's your perception again? 16?
Yeah. No,
That's-
15. Bella is 16.
Oof.
might be
Yeah, no,
asking like.
that was a penalty of 8 to that thing there. Well, actually, here,
Oh.
let me check just to be sure. Yep, nope.
Did not know there was a penalty. Okay.
I didn't say there was a penalty.
Someone in the live chat said there's a big update coming next.
But neither one of mine see it.
Yep.
That happens
I
next
apologize. Goodness, this cough is terrible. Okay. Where was I? These things, that's right. It is the wrong thing. I need to quickly roll these up. Give me just a second.
Wait, bro, do you not? That's what I'm saying. Do you not understand how much bullshit I'm giving you right now?
Okay, pretty good.
No, we're stacking. We're jerking each other off.
Dom's brother is a man of culture, I see. Okay, so, yes, you both fail your perception checks. You all continue forwards. Dom, your character is not next. I believe that's Cleo that's next. Who wants to roll for Cleo?
Dom can.
Hey, Dom, roll for Cleo.
Same penalty.
Penalty of 8, yes. You don't know her perception score, obviously.
With the bonus, with the penalty, it's a 10. I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Hot damn. Alright, well, let's see what we got here.
My God.
Alright, well, Diana. Cleo holds up a hand.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, stop. And Bellatrix, Garrick, y'all can give me perception checks, bonus of 2 this time around, to hear her.
Hey, they made it.
They made it, okay. So you heard her say, hold on, wait, stop, and she stopped.
And stopping.
Do you see that over there up ahead? By the tree? Something looked funky over there for a second. And she's kind of squinting at it, tilting her head.
Are you saying to the left, to the right, straight ahead? Like, there's trees everywhere.
Right. She points out a tree and she says, down over there, it looked funky for a second. And you're looking at the area, you can give me another perception check, by the way.
Left or right?
The point is, she's going to point you at the right thing. I'm not thinking of the right words here, but she points you at it. You can
I
give me a
know
perception
you're saying
check.
she's pointing, but remember, she's behind us.
She's going to describe it to you. Aiden, please work with me.
Left or right?
Left. Okay, it's left of the tree.
Thank
there.
you. The left side. That's what oh, well, Garrett got it.
Yeah, Garrick, there's something there. Like a body under some twigs, some branches, some... You're not sure, but that's a body. It's wrapped in some kind of bandages or something.
Crossbow.
Alright, crossbow, roll to hit. And by roll to hit, I mean basically check for fumble. It's not moving. It's within range.
Gotta check something here. Yep. Okay. 6.
Okay. Your crossbow thunks solidly into, like, nearby this thing. And what's this thing's response going to be? 1 second. I need to double check this.
Does Bella see it?
Bellatrix, you can... Well, you're about to see it. Alright,
Well, I mean,
Bellatrix!
I got a 13.
And the rest of the party, you all will see this, including the guys in the back. Something stands up from over there. It is a man-sized figure. It is wrapped in white bandages. There are things sticking to it, like branches, bark, twigs, grass, dirt. And it's trying to flee, it looks like. Running it deeper into the woods. What is the party doing at this time?
Letting it go?
Right.
Garrick is... Well, Bellatrix is not going to shoot, and Garrick is going to reload his crossbow.
Right, Garrick, you reload your crossbow. Your other bolt is stuck to this thing.
Okay.
Okay, you continue forward then?
Does the boss man say anything about it?
The fuck was that?
Virginia.
What did
Doesn't matter.
Did it look like a human?
It looked like a human. Man-sized figure. 2 arms, 2 legs. I was about to say 4 arms. No, that would be weird.
Might have been a spy for Maximilian.
Wrapped in white bandages and covered in glue. Not that y'all have glue, so he wouldn't have said that, but still. And it ran into the woods.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
No,
Alright,
it
we
ran
continue.
from us. So.
We continue.
Did you throw in a teaser at us?
So at this point, is the party continuing?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Well, Bellatrix, Garrick, y'all continue forward to about the point where that thing was. You know, the rest of the formation's going up with you. And two more of these things pop out and attack you. Dice initiative.
4.
Who, me?
Alright. Give me a second here.
I haven't known anybody in this party till I moved to Florida.
Alright. Party's initiative of 4.
Oh, I moved to Georgia.
Alright.
I did. Yeah, I could see visiting for like 2
And I need to
weeks.
consider options over here.
No. I did bring my PS4. Yeah, because I definitely played Siege with y'all while I was in the Pacific.
I need to read up on that. Crossbow then headshot, crossbow headshot. Dan, I'll need to know your thing.
Hold on real quick.
They are left and right, so designate your targets, please.
Cal wants to get into the Vanguard.
Now, Bellatrix, I assume you're going left, Garrick right, because that's the order you all are in on the road. Thank you.
You're not gonna play Vanguard? Wait, so you're not gonna play Vanguard?
Okay then. Well, party, you had the initiative of 4. These things are going to get their attack off first just because they're jump up attack type deal. So,
So doesn't crossbow go before initiative?
crossbow goes before initiative. These things were right on top of you basically when you passed them.
Okay.
You failed the hidden perception check against them. So it's like they pop up, swing at you. Oh, fuck! Initiative then comes into play, or in this case, crossbow.
Okay.
So, Bellatrix, your
Bellatrix
armor
has a
class
1.
is 1.
And Garrick has a 3.
Alright. So for this thing to hit your 1, it needs a hell of a lot better roll than that. Garrick! Yeah, both of them will miss their surprise attacks versus you, even allowing for the surprise part of the attack. Okay, at this point you may roll crossbows. Roll to hit, roll to hit. Let me check your fighter matrices.
8 and 15.
Alright, what level are those
misses.
at?
First level.
First level for both of them, okay. The 15 also misses, so... Yep, thunk thunk, miss miss. Now in the case of the second one, Garrick, your crossbow strikes it, it just doesn't do damage and gets stuck to it.
Okay.
The 8 just straight up missed. Okay. And let's see, that's crossbows, that's that. Okay, you both have your attacks, you may roll to hit.
Okay. I'll do Bella first.
PC, but I don't have much space on PC.
19 at 3rd level? Or how
19 at third, but you gotta subtract 4 for the penalty to the called shot to the head.
Yeah.
So that 19 becomes
So,
a
15.
15. At third, you said?
Yeah.
That hits, dice damage.
Man size?
Man-sized.
That's a plus 6 or? Yeah, plus 6. So 13 points of
13
damage
to the head. You drop it, and your sword comes down with it as its body drops. It is stuck to that thing. And Garrick rolled a hit. You bring that two-handed sword in a clear above-hand strike, striking downwards at it. That's 14 becomes a 14. 17 minus 4 becomes 13. Let me check. 13 at what level?
At 4th level.
At 4th level. Okay. That is insufficient to hit, I think. Hold on. 4th level, 14?
Oh, I definitely bought them.
Damn it, my brain is killing me.
We'll come what?
Yeah,
I'm
13
sorry,
at
I
fourth
just
level.
lost my train of thought. So yeah, that's a 13 at 4th level. A 14 at 3rd level hits, so a 13 at 4th should hit. Let me double check their armor class to be sure. Oh, I was wrong. Their armor class is actually 1 step better. Whoops. Alright, Garrick, that barely misses.
White bloom.
Okay.
Okay.
Seriously, I was off by 1 step, otherwise that would have been a hit.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Actions around there. We got Cleo going to attack the left one, which is the one Bella went for. At this point, however, you know Bella gets there first, so Cleo's going to redirect her attack, delaying her. Diana, you're using which sword first?
The silvered one is in my main hand.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay, I don't think I have a plus to hit with that. Nope. 12 at first.
First 12 will miss. Now, you don't have, what's it called? Ambidexterity, so you don't get the initiative bonus to dual wielding, correct?
Nope.
Alright. In that case, Cleo. Dom, you can do it, or at Naomi, you can do it. Aiden just went AFK for a second, however, but regardless, you can roll the hit for Cleo.
Do you want to roll it, Naomi? You can.
Oh, Dom, why don't you go ahead and do it this time around?
A 12.
A 12 as Cleo.
I don't know her bonuses.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that will be a miss on her end. At this point, you can make your final attack for the round.
14 at first.
14 at first misses. Okay. Let me consider everything here. I'm going to double check this thing while Aiden's gone just to make sure I have the entry correct.
Still love this gun. It might not do massive amounts of damage like this gun, but it's still pretty good. What? What, the Cedo?
Okay. Waiting for
Oh, no.
Aiden to come back. And then once he does, we will continue with new round 2.
What's it called? That's not, I can't run it. Yeah, it's because it's not max. Yo,
Oh,
you should
I rolled
see
a d20 instead of a d10.
the keyboard case that I'm getting.
Alright.
Let's see. Note taking.
Hmm.
That's the all the 4 consoles are both. What the Juro? Oh no, all these crits are really helping out. My guns do. I mean, even without the crits, my gun does deep damage. But like for some of the bigger ones, and also the greens, it's really good with them.
Need to go pop up an NPCs list.
There's no way you do, or you don't. If you don't come up with the most kills, like there's a problem. Like he was cheating or something. No, it'd be like he was cheating. Because like I'm definitely not used to the. He is doing nowhere near. Oh, Well, so the keycap set that I want right now is not on sale. And it's like what you're just saying right now. Hold up, let me find it. Let me. It's so good. It's so beautiful. Well, it's the same bread, even with ramen stuff, and it'll match my keypad or my desk mat. Yeah, you saw this desk mat. Right? And the girls eating ramen. Yep, it cost me $25. Yeah, I get it all.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You in? Thank you. Have I been hit?
No, not at this point. Now it is
Are they
time.
dead?
Nope, because there's still one up. The one that
Okay.
Garrick attacked and barely missed. Okay, and it is time for new. Dom's obviously got his action in, Cleo's got her action in. Bella attack, Garrick headshot. Okay, initiative, please.
Wait. You said, is my weapon still stuck to it?
Yeah, your weapon's still stuck to that, Bella.
Okay. May I change my action?
Yes, of course. Unless you plan to try and swing this thing attached to your weapon, in which case, good luck.
Oh, I mean, I should be strong
Alright.
enough to do it.
Alright, Bellatrix, describe to me how you'd like to try and free your weapon from this thing.
Yank it out. Like, I mean,
Alright, so you're trying to pull, and the body's kind of coming with it. Like, you're trying to pull the sword out, and you're just moving the body.
well, to save us some time, I noticed that it's not going loose.
Oh wait, so
Attempt to light a torch and hold it to the blade, hoping to burn whatever adhesive thingy it
Alright.
has.
That's
keep it
going to
stuck.
take up your round to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And, okay. Garrick going for a headshot. I'll need an initiative roll, by the way, party. Dom's character attack, Cleo's thing attack.
4.
4. Okay, initiative is tied here. So, Garrick, you're up close in center. You have simultaneous strikes. Roll to hit. A 5. Wow, this thing misses.
Nope.
Dice percentage. Ooh. Let me check the crit tables. 88 on a fumble. Don't forget your XP, by the way. 88. Hit self. 1 to 4 damage. Alright, give me a D4.
Oh, wait, there's no more fucking arbitration.
3.
3 points of damage. Alright, mark it off.
Yeah.
Well, he caught up to his sister in XP.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Bella, freeing weapon, Garrick headshot done. Okay, Cleo and Dom may roll to hit at this point. I'm just gonna roll for Cleo real quick here.
What about the people behind us? Are they not doing anything?
Not at this time, no. Y'all seem to have it well in hand.
Natural 20.
Dice percentage.
Yep. So I would definitely get that.
Where's my other
kit,
D10?
so like
Now you're using short swords, those are piercing.
Yep.
That's the one, but it's not.
77.
77. Vocal cords destroyed, normal damage, dice damage. This is the
Man
silver
size?
weapon. This is man sized.
What if
So it's a D6.
Mm-hmm.
For 7 points of damage.
Duly noted. 1 second here. Need to find this thing again. Alright, you said 7 points of damage. Alright, and your sword sticks to this thing's throat.
Oh.
And Cleo
We
tries
do
to hit
need to
it.
talk about that because silver isn't really known for being a good thing to stick adhesives to.
Oh, that's right.
Well, we can talk about that. In the meantime, your sword is stuck to it. Cleo swings and misses. That is Dom, your character has a second attack with their other hand, unless they wish to change their option at this time.
Second attack. That's not gonna hit with a 9.
A 9. Well, you're stuck to it, so its armor class is reduced. So you rolled a
Oh, right.
9, and you... What type of matrix do you use again? You use the fighter matrix, right?
Fighter matrix.
Yeah, no, that isn't gonna hit. Sorry.
Into the ground.
It was assumed.
Mm-hmm. Alright. In that case, new, round 3. Bellatrix, you get the torch up and light it and start holding it to the thing, and you're starting to wiggle your sword around a bit. It's starting to come loose.
Yo, this, to be honest, now that we have Equinox, like I actually might be able to sit here developing this game. He's MR 17 and playing. If he doesn't start nuking this damn map,
Alright. Those of you attempting not to hit party members will take a penalty of 2 to your attacks. And Dom, obviously you're not subject to that because you don't have to worry about hitting yourself.
Unless he fumbles.
Unless you fumble. Okay, so, initiative.
Do you want to do it, Aiden?
You can, because you're in the most jeopardy.
A 4.
A 4. Okay, party has initiative. Alright, Dom, you're the most in jeopardy. Roll to hit.
18 at first.
Say again?
18 at first.
18 at first is a hit, dice or damage.
For 5 points of damage.
Duly noted. 5 points of damage. Puts that over to there. Okay, this thing's gonna get to attack you because you all are right in each other's faces before everyone else's attacks come in. Oh yeah, this thing strikes you and really starts to latch on now for 3 points of damage. Oh boy. Yeah, at this point, this thing is hugging you.
Okay.
You still got that arm free, but you can smell this thing's breath. That isn't bandages, that's its skin, that putrid, white, sour-smelling, horrible... Oh, gosh. And yeah, this thing is all up in you. Anyways, Cleo can roll to hit it this time. Dom, you can do it this round.
So question, have I got my weapon free yet?
No, that's going to take you to the end of the round to get that free.
Okay.
Let me actually double check. Say again?
You're 16.
Say again? I'm sorry.
16 before bonuses.
16 before bonuses. Oh, that becomes 14 after penalties. Well, not after penalties, but with that immediate penalty there to hit that armor class. That is going to be a miss from Cleo. Alright, Garrick, roll to hit.
oh, do that? Oh, okay.
12. 10. 10 at
Third.
At
Or
third.
Fourth. No, sorry, fourth.
Either way,
I was
that is a
thinking-
miss.
And then put all, max them all in normal, and then just put all the endo into the.
Okay. Apologies, I'm working here, but my
Yeah.
brain is tired. Alright, so that's Garrick, that's Diana. Bellatrix, you'll pull your sword free, that's you this round.
Wait,
Cleo,
is this thing being immobile now?
It sends you to a random.
well, because you're
working
trying
place.
to avoid hitting it, it is still moving, you know, like Diana's pushing, shoving, trying to get it off, it's and so on and so forth, so yeah,
Okay.
that still
But
misses.
it's-
Anyways,
well,
that
send-
let's go into
got
round
our-
4 here as soon as I can R4.
And time to have, like, I might sub there like a minute long, and just fuck it up.
And yeah, let's see an initiative roll. Oops.
Go back there. If you lose, I have to go back there. But yeah, like you literally, they're. Well, I want to also get the other galvanized mod you were talking about. The started with an A. I don't remember what it was.
Garrick going for headshot, aiming not to hurt Diana. Attack creature with the torch. Okay. And let's see that initiative, please.
I have to. I have.
You can roll with this, Sunday.
Like every single
3. Party has initiative. Alright, Dom, roll to hit.
one.
19 at first.
19 at first hits, dice damage.
For 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Duly noted. 1 second, please. Pop that over to there. Okay, this thing will attack you and score another 3 points of damage. Just like scratching, cutting, whatever it was. Let me
Okay.
check. Your arm is still free. Goodness, you hate this thing. Okay, so that's Dom's attack. That's Cleo rolled a hit, just to get you out of the way real quick, because I'm pretty sure Cleo's gonna miss.
You know, I have, you know, Mika could roll it.
Yeah, I offered that
I
before.
think it
Naomi,
might
if
be
you want to
because of
roll,
that.
feel free.
It's just a D20.
Now that I think about it, I totally think that's what it was. And it came in real clutch last game because I got so I think I got like fucking 8 of them.
A 10.
Oh, wait.
Sadly, Cleo, that will miss. Okay, moving forward. Yes, Cleo is rolling for Cleo. Okay, what do we got here? Garrick going for headshot, attempting not to hurt Diana. Garrick, you can roll to hit. I'm amazed. You got those cumulative penalties from headshot and trying not to hurt, but go for it, man.
Yeah.
Wait, whose attack is it?
Garrick, your turn.
Okay, I'm sorry. I phased out. I was eating turkey and
Hear
I
ya.
thought, oh, I should be
I
rolling.
hear ya. I'm phasing in and out too, but I'm sticking with it because I couldn't deliver it last night.
It's a 9.
Yeah, it's actually a 7 because you still got the penalty of 2 to not hit.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, no. 10 plus 3, then subtracting that, that's a 9.
13 minus 4 for the called shot to the head should be 11. Minus 2 for the not trying to hit companion is...
Ah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Damn it, Tom.
Okay, so yeah. At this point, Bellatrix, you have the torch roll to hit.
Oh my fucking god, no, this guy's genius. His vector is
Dice
guidance
percentage! Oh boy. 10, triple damage. Torch would be as a club, which I believe is a d6, but let me check the weapon table real quick. Club is a d6. You may dice it.
That's actually genius.
Yeah, okay, that is 8 points of damage tripled to 24. This thing's on fire, baby. You hit it in right the right way, and this thing flares up like a dry bush in the middle of a desert heat. And Diana, that means you're on fire now, too. Yeah, take... Oof. Wow. 4 points of damage. Okay, yikes. And on the plus side, you're free now. Okay, think carefully, party.
Down.
Okay, duly noted. Okay, so Diana, you're currently down. What is your hit points at this time?
0.
0. Okay.
Well, you're fine.
Actually, Diana, you're actually at 0?
I'm well at 0.
Are you below 0 or at 0?
At 0.
Give me a wisdom check.
That's a 15. My wisdom is a 14.
14. Yeah, you are down, as you said. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Garrick, that's honestly the smart way of doing it. Stop, drop, and roll her, essentially. Between you
No.
and...
Stop, drop, and roll is actually the worst thing you could do. Just smothering the flyers out quickly is the best.
Regardless, between you and Cleo, who does have clerical training, y'all will get it done, and then Cleo will bind your wounds. Diana, 2 hit points restored.
Okay.
Alright. Bellatrix, you will have set the other body on fire. Alright. And at this point, 1 second. Okay. I think we can go back to this, yes. Okay, so at this point, party, the Iron Column, if you will, the mercenaries, the bandits, the whatever, from behind, start to move up again.
Can't
And
say that's.
Diana, Cleo tells you to hold still for a second and casts, and you get another hit point back because she rolled a 1 on that Cure Light Wounds.
I see.
So yeah, you still look pretty bad, obviously, but you're alive.
Yes.
And Argon says, "Okay, good job with those things. Time to move out."
I just had 11.
Getting weapons out.
And, well, yes, with Bellatrix setting the things on fire, everyone will recover their weapons. Those of you with bolts that wish to try and recover them that got stuck to the thing, which I believe is just you, Garrick, that bolt will need to save versus normal fire.
Nah. Reloading.
I guess I am into it.
Okay.
I got 40 bolts. I don't care about retrieving.
Now, this is a light crossbow or a heavy crossbow, out of curiosity?
Heavy.
Heavy. Okay, so it's going to take you 2 minutes. But yes, your bandit companions are saying it's time to move out now. So I assume you'll reload on the go, basically. Bit fun like that.
So I put 3
Alright,
fucking
as everyone going back to standard formations and continuing?
3 other
Okay.
boats over here.
Allow me to get back over to here. Oh, whoops, I have my time.
Bellatrix and Garrick will both put hands on Diana and,
Alright, you're both laying on hands. That is 4 hit points for you, Diana.
2 red.
Hey, I'm above 50%.
But I don't know if Cleo healed you.
She did for 1 pointed, and she doesn't have another Cure Light Wounds, and they're not letting her stop. Okay, the good news is for the next 2 hours, the party travels without further encounters. At about 2 or so p.m., as y'all start to have the sun in your eyes, it was in your back, but it's starting to crest over the horizon. Well, not crest over the horizon, but it's starting to come down the other end of the horizon. The Argon rides up and tells y'all to halt.
Oh.
Go ahead, Aiden.
I don't know. I know it's Nidus, but I don't know if it's Nidus or Nidus.
Say again?
It doesn't look. I don't know what Nidus looks like.
Oh, you're stopping. Okay. Alright. We're less than an hour out from the city now. Gonna be on time for the meeting. However, if y'all stroll on up there ahead of us with weapons already out, it's kind of obvious you're not our captives. So my guys are going to use a special trick rope to bind your hands. Don't test it, because as soon as you try and pull it apart, it will break and be fairly obvious. So here. They're going to get some rope out and they're going to bind your guys' hands after, your weapons are sheathed, that kind of deal. Are you all complying with this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And again, they repeat these instructions to all of you. Don't try and pull the ropes just yet. It will give when you pull, but the second you do, it falls away instantly. Like, it's terrible. So they'll make a point of binding y'all very securely. Hands in the front, one over the other type of deal. You're familiar with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and after that, they're going to go over the plan. So, the majority of the forces are going to stay back a ways bit, with the horses. The lieutenants and such are going to ride on up with you all, appearing to lead you all as slaves type of deal. And they'll see the other procession at the side of the road, like they agreed upon, and a series of letters that have gone back and forth. And that's when the exchange will occur. You all are going to go over there, and these people are going to give them treasure. At that point, once the treasure has changed hands, you all are going to, unanimously, basically once he lays hands on the treasure, so on and so forth, then you all are going to break free from your bonds to attack. And once you do, then he will have his men come on up, and you'll be in the midst of them, and should be an easy, clean sweep. Try and take max lives if you can. Kill him with extreme prejudice if you can't. And yeah, at this point, y'all are going to be no longer the spearhead of the party. As your hands are bound, they're going to have you in, the second row, basically. Argon is leading on his horse, and you've got other mercenaries around you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I really needed that lesson on large-scale combat, because this could get interesting. I'll wing it. I'll do that thing I do where I just wing it.
Drone.
But yeah, this is the part where I might need to take a 10-minute break and get everything in order here. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So the fucker.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, first, let's see if any encounters happen along the way. No. Okay, so y'all are gonna get there, that'll be fine. Yeah, party 5-10 minute break here. I'm gonna need to think about some stuff really quick.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Nobody was talking, and everybody on my screen was running in place. I thought I lagged out.
You don't actually know, I can't do it like that. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here from the DM perspective is I'm trying to figure out how to run mass scale combat very quickly, because things are about to get interesting. Alright. Okay, I need to keep in mind that. Okay, that's that.
Hey, does Bellatrix Garrick have a last name, or have you not decided that yet? And
Do you think Aiden went to get a bathroom break? Okay. Right. This is gonna be an interesting thing. Okay. So, party.
Well, I mean,
At
I
this
like.
point, we get into the really fun part. So up ahead, by two
Yeah.
men on horse with
Hold up.
banners of the...
I'm
I'm sorry, Dom, I've got a lot of background noise coming from you. I'm gonna turn you down, so if you speak, I might not hear you. At me if you're talking and I'm not
He already
responding.
muted himself.
Alright, in that case, I'll turn you back up. I'm sorry, man, your brother is loud, and that keeps distracting me because I'm trying to process what he's saying without even realizing it. Thank you, Dom. I appreciate it. Right, where was I? Over to here. Right, okay. So, what we got going on here is these guys there. Alright. So yeah, off ahead of the road by about 60 or so feet are a couple people on horseback. There is... one of them has a banner with the city of Toriel's flag insignia, whatever. I don't recall what I described it as. I don't know if I've ever actually described it. I don't even know if I've invented it, but the city has one, they're there, and that's their identifier. So, these people are there, and with them are there are about 6, 7, or 8 of them. My bad, there are actually 7 of them. And y'all don't need to make intel checks here, because it's fairly obvious one of them is Elder Maximilian. And he's got his personal guard and a couple other men with him, and that's all that it seems to be at this point.
Dungeon Master.
Mm-hmm.
Any holy symbols amongst the lot?
Well, they're still fairly far away. I'm describing this as you'll
Okay.
approach to give you the thing there.
Right,
Okay.
and I apologize.
No, you're all good there. Alright. Argon has himself, his 3 closest lieutenants, you all, and his 6 guards, which totals you all out to about 12 or thereabouts, approach. The guards and the lieutenants are on horseback. Everyone else stays back. They are back about 8/10 of yards would be 80 yards, would be about 240 or thereabouts feet. A respectable distance, but a show of force nonetheless. And within shooting range. So, these guys approach. And they're moving on up with you, taking their time, kind of slowly, deliberately, building that tension. So, they get closer until they're about, the 2 groups are about 20 or so feet away, and then Argon's procession stops, and he has you all hauled forward. And he does it pretty roughly, where he has the men put them on their knees, show him what we have. And yeah, you all are going to be roughly, basically, half tossed, half thrown up in front. Right. What is the party doing at this time before I continue going?
Nothing. We're just gonna do as we're told.
Doing as you're told. So for now, you're playing along.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, give me a second. Do I need the bathroom? No, I'm good. Should I do this in character? I really should, but I also don't want to just talk to myself for 10 minutes straight. So I'm gonna give you the highlights.
Okay.
To start off with, hello, brother. Argon addresses Maximilian. Max doesn't really respond to that. Alright, so the agreed upon thing, I give you these guys back, you give me the treasure. What is Cleo's race? Cleo is human. Or at least that is what she appears to be. I see you typing, I'm holding off a second before I continue. You mean her class? Well, you've seen her perform clerical abilities, and you've seen her try and fight stuff, although she hasn't been incredibly successful. So you're not sure. You can definitely determine she's at least a cleric. Asking for notes? That would be meta knowledge, so I'm not going to share that. You can write her down as a cleric for now if you really want. But I appreciate it, Dom. I appreciate it. If she was high enough level to get multi-attacks, then that's a dead giveaway. Oh, multi-classed as a fighter, because clerics, no matter how high level you are, you don't multi-attack. You can dual wield, but you can't get more than 1 attack per round. Anyways, where was I? So back over to yonder. Brotherly chat, because yes, these 2 are brothers. There it is. So, Argon reiterates the, give us the treasure. And Maximilian has 2 of his guards bring forth a chest, and opens the chest, and inside are gold pieces, a couple gemstones, some tiara crown looking thing. Show us the chalice. And Argon casually reaches into his pack and pulls out yonder chalice, the strange white stone. Oh, I see Aiden has gone to answer the phone, and I feel bad continuing without him. Aiden, if you can hear us and respond, if you could type in chat if you want me to pause or not, that would be great.
Oh no, it's fine. I tried to answer the phone.
Okay. So, I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus here. Bad. In-game chat. Bellatrix looking for holy symbols. Okay, Bellatrix, give me 3 perception checks. That's 7, 4, and 3. Pretty good on all of them. You recognize, well, you see one holy symbol that you recognize and another one you do not. The one that you do recognize is, let me describe it for you and then I'll tell you about it. God's list, blah, 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 blah. You recognize the holy symbol of Rivera's, the god of laws, order, and so on and so forth. His thing is a set of scales. like cast iron. There's variations on it, but it's an image or a carving of scales, essentially. Yeah, he's all about order and so on and so forth, this dude. Insufferable, honestly, but y'all agree on the lawfulness of things at least.
Alright.
The other one is a holy symbol that has... Yeah, that holy symbol you don't recognize. It looks like an X. Made of some
A
silvery...
X or an axe?
X.
Like X marks the spot?
Like X marks the spot. Made of some
Okay.
silvery metal. Both of them are being worn by the fighter types. They're wearing, plate mail armor. They got long swords. They got crossbows, too. Anyways, back to what
And the third one?
The third one you just failed on, because that one was very well hidden. You needed not one to spot it.
Okay.
I didn't have to make you do an intel check, because you had perfect memory. Okay,
So I don't see my temple or Garrett's, correct?
No, you do not.
Alright, then I don't have to worry about.
Okay. So, let's see what we got here. So,
And they're in plate mail?
The fighters that are with Maximilian and his forces are in plate mail. Long swords, crossbows, shields.
That's gonna hurt. Alrighty. How many are there?
There are 5 of them, plus his own personal guard dude. That guy's also in plate mail. And instead of a long sword, he has a short sword, kind of graying
And
hair.
I just meant in total, how many are there?
Now, in total, there are 7 people in that group, including Max.
Okay. So not as bad.
So Argon and his forces tell them to send the chest over first, then we send the captives. And they set the chests down, and those guys move back, essentially, by about 20 feet. Then Argon has you guys walk forward with him. He gets the chest, and you all keep walking forward, and he moves on back. And obviously, it's not just him, it's his guards also. And as he gets back to his horse, and his guys put the chest off to the side, and he mounts on up, you guys reach Maximilian's forces. And, party, give me perception checks. $19 and $2.
Bella can't see dick.
Yeah, Bella, you're too busy looking for holy symbols. Okay, I'm gonna need just a second here to get something to set the mood. Let's get something a bit more... What's a good one for this? Honestly, I don't know. Alright, well, this will be something said by Maximilian very quietly to you all as you all cross the last couple feet. And boop. And as you all cross those last couple feet there, Bellatrix, you didn't hear that, several things happen. Maximilian screams, "Now!" And several archers that were invisible loose their silver arrows at the gathered group by the treasure. Okay, let's start with an initiative roll and then actions.
We have a 6 dungeon master.
You have a 6. Okay, party, I'll need your actions.
So we're being shot at by arrows?
You don't know at this time. Honestly, I shouldn't have said that part just yet. Well, Garrick, you hear Maximilian say, and it's to you, get ready to duck.
Alright.
So I need to know people's actions.
Just from a rough estimate, I'm not like going down the list looking for every single person. Just a rough estimate. How many people does Mac have on his side?
Oh, right now? Like 6?
Well, with the archers.
You don't see the archers.
You said that they just became
They're going to
visible.
become visible. I gave you meta knowledge, guys. I'm sorry. I had it till the last second. Eh. Alright, party's ducking. Smart cookies. Okay, let's see how this goes down. At this point, I'm rolling the Iron Fist separately from you all. What'd you all get? A 6. These guys got a 2. These guys got a 4. Okay. Let me get back on over to here. So, as Max says now, Argon raises his sword. Kill them all! And his own forces begin to draw their bows, but they're already too late. Okay. So these guys are doing that. Guys are doing that. I get to do some big old dice rolls, but I'm doing it in batches of 10 to make life easier. That's my solution. So there are that many of
How
that.
close are we to Maximilian?
You're right with him. He whispered to you, quiet as he could, basically.
Well, I mean, like, is he on a horse? Like, are we standing next to him? Are we behind the other fighters? Like,
You would have been standing between... his fighters would have been between you and him as you all come down. They're going to rush forward and cover you all with their shields.
Alrighty, that's what I needed to know. Details.
Okay. Yep, details. Apologies, I'm trying. That was a D10.
It's alright. That's fine.
D20. Yes,
I just
yes,
want
yes.
to know
no,
how
no,
much
no.
work I'm gonna have to do here.
Okay.
Is Maximilian human? Or look human, at least?
He appears human.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Alright, pretty good damage spread there, and I'm running things in batches of 10 to keep things compact here.
Alright.
Alright, so Max's forces were at a penalty because they were aiming bows while invisible, but they prepped beforehand. So a hailstorm of arrows from 50 more archers that suddenly turned visible comes from behind his forces, arced over them, landing directly among Argon and his people. And maybe they're blessed by the gods, maybe they practice, they are very accurate. Okay, so these guys are all taking a piece that much damage. That puts him down to there.
So a total of 56 for Maximilian and 24 for the other people. Damn, this is heavily weighed bad.
Well, that depends on what the party does.
It doesn't add much to the other team. Now I gotta... Dungeon Master, since these archers come into vision, do I see my holy symbol anywhere there?
Anywhere there. If you want, you can give me a... give me a second. Give me a perception check. Let's start with that.
1 or 50?
Just one. We're gonna start with that.
Nick, shut the hell up.
9.
9. Yeah, no, in all the chaos and such, and your brother's shoving you to the ground for some reason, you're not sure what's going on.
Okay. Damn it.
Now, please shut the fuck up.
I thought this was going to be kind of like an easy thing here. I mean, I knew there had to be more, or otherwise these were higher level people. Damn, that kind of blown what I had thought of to do. Okay.
Alright. So Max's personal guard is with him, and his other guards move on up and cover y'all with their shields as best they can. Max like, quickly, hurry! And he's withdrawing from the battle with his personal guard. And they're trying to usher you away from the combat. Are you all following, or what are you doing at this time?
Following for the moment.
Alright, your hands are bound, you're following for the moment and keeping low to the ground, I assume, to avoid stray missile fire, as Argon's troops are going to start returning fire.
Yes. Is Maximilian on horseback?
No, he's on foot.
Where is his guard?
His guard is standing next to him. One guard.
Left or right?
Good question. He'd be mostly in front of him, honestly. Sword out, just, yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Okay, this is batches of 6. That will be hits. Those
Are we
will not
walking
be.
through the archers now?
No, the archers are still a bit of a ways back. Actually, my bad. That should be 1d6 for those 4.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Holding off for now. I know what I want to do. I just got to see how this begins to play out.
Alright, Max's forces with their shields raised, and they're backing up. They've got you layered, basically. Max and his guard are in front of you, behind you all other guards with the shields raised that are protecting you from some of the missile fire that was directed in your group's direction. At this point, the cavalry is directed to charge, as Argon did have many of his forces mounted on horses, and they're charging. And in fact, they're charging directly into invisible spearmen that pop into visibility. Yep.
This is a slaughter.
Yes, it is.
Just so we can see, it looks as if the Maximilian has the upper hand.
Oh, definitely. He outnumbers Argon better than 2 to 1. Alright, and this now gives me pause to consider what Argon is going to do. Apologies for the moment. Oof, that is a crappy morale roll, my dude. You are taken by surprise, your forces are outnumbered, you have been injured, your forces have been injured, including your magic user guy, who you're not happy about having badly injured.
I'll find it right now.
Eminem, just so you know, are they on war horses?
The war horses, well, Argon is. Most of his forces are on, like, medium war horses. And the medium horses are still trained for combat, yes.
Then just remember, as long as their rider stays mounted, they get to attack around.
Mm-hmm.
Give me that 84.
The thing is, they're back, and they're being stabbed with spears, so... Yeah, shit. Argon's gonna call a retreat. Anything I missed this round?
Yeah, it took me forever to fill them with stars. Back to my rules.
Yep, damn. I did not anticipate that. 91 on that percentile roll, though.
Oh, well, that's...
Alright. Yeah, Argon raises his sword and starts barking commands to fall back. His archers are going to start providing cover fire while Maximilians start firing back at them. A couple shots come in your direction, but party, you're pretty well sheltered. And Max is pretty well covered too. Let me just check really quick for any crits or fumbles that are important. Nope, nothing good either way there. Okay, yeah. Argon's forces are retreating at the start of round 2. That was a much bigger rout than I was expecting it to already be.
That went swell.
That did.
Let's see.
Alright.
7K.
What is the party doing at this time, as Argon's forces are not in full retreat, but in most retreat? There's occasional shots being fired, but they're backing up. And the city forces are assembled properly. Spearmen with shields raised, the swordsmen by you guys shields up. Archers also taking pot shots at the other end. What is the party doing?
Just following. I mean, he gave us orders, but we can't really perform them now. Maybe at a later date, once we have more information about Maximilian.
Okay. Well, in that case, assuming the party doesn't do anything special, Argon's forces are going to fuck off, basically. Maximilian's going to have his guards cut the ropes on your guys' hands, and Cleo goes to try and pulls her off and frowns. Fucking... it's real!
Huh?
What?
The bonds were real.
The bonds were real, as in if we tried to get out of them, they would not
I mean,
immediately
the
fall
two of
off.
you with high exceptional strength ratings would have had a chance of breaking them. But,
Is it rope or metal?
rope.
Oh yeah, X-Trans would have just broke them.
But, yeah, no, it did not give instantly like he said it would. And, Maximilian...
They raised a fucking double offset.
I mean, it could also just mean that she's weak.
Could be. She doesn't look particularly strong.
Here's a better question. Diana, with her 16 strength, if she tugged on them,
Give me a
with
D20.
at least a D20?
Mm-hmm.
8.
Yeah, no, it's not given.
Hey,
Bellatrix will
hey,
try.
Alright, Bellatrix, dice percentage.
23.
23, okay. You start to pull it apart, and yeah, the rope does start to snap, but it's resisting as best it could. This is decent. Like, this is rope.
They were trying
Oh, I
to
never
stop
finished
it.
that quote.
Oh, that settles that. We know who the liar is.
Yep. Oh, party, the devil almost tricked you. Hell, the devil did. You were gonna double cross them. Well, not
I
double
mean,
cross.
in
You were
all
gonna work for
honesty,
him.
our plan after you said archers, like just
Mhm.
shooting, I was like, yeah, we can't really do much against
Yep. You all got
against
relegated
that.
to the background there, but you survived. The party's alive and in the city. That reminds me, give me a second here. Alright. So, party, would you like me to move things along here, or do you want to go blow by blow?
No, I'm good.
Alright. You are going to be escorted by Maximilian and his men, who are going to, clean up their mess the best they can, recover as many of those silver arrows as they can, back to the city, back to his longhouse. He will offer you food and drink and such, and ask to speak with y'all.
Or comma?
Okay. So, let me advance some time here really quickly. Apologies. It takes you about that much time to get there, so it will be about 4 or so in the afternoon. Mind you, the assault, this attempted double crossing was at 2. So a couple hours later, clerics will have seen to your wounds. So those of you down hit points will have had them restored.
Yay!
And then Maximilian will have you in his longhouse, the 4 of you, his own personal guard, alone. Alright, and we're gonna go in character here. So, he had y'all wait for him for a second, he had to quickly check on something, and he re-enters the room with his guard. Is the party doing anything before he starts to talk?
Nope.
No.
I guess
Well, sitting down if we can sit.
Yep, there's tables, there's chairs. Please sit. I need to thank you for finding Argon as you did. And now I suppose it's time that I gave you the entire truth and apologized for withholding certain aspects of information.
Yes, knowing that your brother was a lycanthrope, or at least one of them was, would have been very well needed.
To be fair, I
Bellatrix will
did not
say,
know he was still in the region until I received his letter.
You can hold up. You can sell defiled mobs for
About 20
fucking.
years ago, I became elder of Toriel.
They
And
brought you like almost 1,000.
my brother and I had a
Maybe
disagreement upon who in our family was heir and
400.
so forth. There are many details there. He had contracted lycanthropy about 2 years prior and killed our mother on his first changing. I didn't want to send him away to the wilds, but he was a danger to himself and others, and we had no way of curing it at that point. I had thought he had died out there, and mourned him. There's actually a grave with his name on it. Regardless, I continued to try to rule the city as best I could, and it seems that he survived and began forming this clan Iron Fist that I heard about, though I did not know he was in charge of it. The worst scum and criminals to ever leave our city. Rapists, murderers, worse.
there is some questions about that.
Answer.
One of them was a small boy.
Oh my
I might have
god!
that wrong, Dungeon Master, but he was a
Pretty
boy
young guy, yeah.
who had his hand removed because he stole food because he was hungry and couldn't buy it. And
That
he
is
claimed you threw him out into the
A third goat.
miasma to die after relieving him of his hand.
the death penalty by miasma is only for our worst criminals. Do you know his name by chance? A brief description of him?
And Bellatrix will, if he said a name, I can't remember what Bellatrix would.
I didn't say a
And,
name.
Okay.
Right.
But,
Connor,
his looks and stuff.
Connor, look at our records from, could only have been a few years if he was a young man sentenced to death. And his guard will have another call for another guard to come in and check the records really quickly. Alright, while we wait for that, I'll continue my explanation. So yes, it would seem that they received word somehow, I have not determined as of yet how, that your group would be attempting to gather the magic water from the chalice, which thankfully we did recover. He put it with you all, and we have that. We recovered the chest of treasure as well. And I apologize, guys. I'm trying to string together my words here, and it's failing.
It's fine.
And God, what was I just talking about, guys? It's killing me.
We covered the treasure and the chalice.
More importantly, you all are safe. It was not my intent to send you directly to the hands of Lycanthrope. They kept that secret very well hidden, as well as their location. We had only a rough inkling of direction and possible distance. Speaking of which, you wouldn't happen to know exactly where it is.
And at this point, Beltrix will begin pulling out her map and her utensils and stuff for it and begin updating it in front of him while talking about what all she saw.
Alright. Baldrix, you're gonna give a report basically about it. He'll listen
Everything.
very patiently. About 2 minutes into your report, one of the guys comes back with a file, essentially. Just a short report written on parchment with pretty crappy things. And he reads off a name, reads off a description that matches the dude you saw. Yes, that man did, and I'm not gonna say this for YouTube, it was a pretty unspeakable crime.
Okay.
If I had to guess, they were going to use you as bait to then capture and kill me. Argon, I imagine, is obsessed with killing me. That will have to be dealt with. Still, we know where they are now. We have you, and we have the chalice. The final piece to the puzzle is one that I'm still mulling over. Have you noticed, perhaps, Diana, you certainly have, that me or my guards may seem to know things that we should have no reason to know? Like Diana, how that guard recognized you and told you to come with when you first met this group?
Dom. I apologize for the background noise.
Dom, are you typing somewhere? Are you still here? Earth to Dom. Up. Dom dropped. Okay, he was probably talking, and welcome back.
Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
We can hear you. Alright, so Dom, Diana, perhaps you've picked up how my guards and I occasionally seem to know things we have no reasonable way of knowing, like how one of them recognized you despite you being a relative newcomer to the city.
I'm sorry, can you please rephrase that, huh?
Dom, he's asking you if you noticed something that it's weird, and I've noticed the party hasn't questioned it yet, so he's prompting it. Occasionally, him or the guards seem to know things they shouldn't, like how y'all first met. Well, Amanda was there instead of Diana, and
I
the
just
guards,
assumed it's because he has yellow eyes.
yellow eyes. Oh. That'd be Diana. But no.
Yeah.
Bellatrix, Garrick, y'all were requested by name to see the Elder.
Mm.
What I say here does not leave this room. Do I have your words, all of you?
Yeah.
I believe you've all had the pleasure of meeting my niece. And,
The
yeah.
one who was pale and always throwing up.
Yes. Sophia. She is not actually my niece. We are not related. 23 years ago, when I was still figuring out my place in the world, she came to me on the street and asked for money. I paid her, and she said she could tell me my future. She said that I would become elder, and that she would have a place by my side if I did exactly what she said. She proved to me that she has sight beyond sight, and small measure of control over it, and following her guidance, here we are.
Okay.
And now I believe we are on the same level. My brother Argon was a regrettable incident from my past that I knew not a better way to deal with. And I'm not entirely certain what it is she sees and does not see. She best described it as having dreams or visions of what could be and how to make what could be happen. She knew to call you by name because you would be best suited for the mission to give it the best chance of success, though she knew not for certain if it would be successful or not. Before you ask, you have free will, from what we understand of this, which is very little, mind you. She can't determine exactly if you're going to flip a coin and it will be heads or tails, but she could determine which one is more likely. She could determine if it was heads, what would happen, perhaps. The Sight Beyond Sight, however, has. He knew your names when you were searching for you. I still don't know that. My worst fear is that he too has someone who has Sight Beyond Sight and has utilized them, much as I have used Sophia. Was there a member amongst his group that seemed like she was?
Were there any dungeon master?
Not that you recall.
Oh my god, people absolutely.
Well, Bellatrix, you stare to the sky and the DM just shakes his head no.
Okay. Well, I was asking because I don't know what I would note because, like I said,
Yeah, no,
I
you've
would
noted a
best-
lot of things. You've shared a lot of it. Guard patterns, habits, names. The bit about that being a campsite for the people that didn't want to live in the city seems true. You did start to suspect, but it was just a subtle thing, because they were putting on a good act for you all, that something wasn't quite right with their story. But instead of just saying that outright and giving it away, I kind of let that build on its own, so apologies if you didn't pick up on that on your
But
own.
did I notice anyone that had more guards around them than normal?
No, just the
Okay.
two lycanthropes, a couple other people, but those are his lieutenants, you think.
Oh, 2 lycanthropes. Okay.
Well, yeah, there was the guy you fought, and
Mhm.
Diana's crit cracked against his head and did nothing, and then there's Argon himself, who
Well, the
Max
thing
just
is,
told you was a lycanthrope.
You want to know how much my cat worth? There's my
Werewolf,
Okay,
in
so yeah.
fact.
$100.
So we had 2 werewolves. On
well, we had 1 werewolf and 1 were creature, which is a lycanthrope.
Mhm.
Like I said, lycanthrope encompasses all the were creatures, not just one.
Mhm.
Nicholas.
All dogs are poodles, but not all poodles are dogs. I will not correct that statement.
Okay.
Not illegally. Yeah.
Of course, during all of this, Bellatrix is still updating her map.
Mhm. At this point, I do not intend to ask of you any more than you've done. An iron column will be assembled to wipe out Clan Iron Fist and return those misguided people back to the city where they will face judgment for their crimes. Those that were sentenced to death will have a chance at a fair trial, perhaps at rehabilitation. I know not what lies they attempted to plant in your head, but I assure you, my interests are solely for the preservation of our city, so it can be the best version of itself. I believe I
Of
offered
course.
to pay you all 1,000 gold pieces for your troubles. I will double that to 2,000 for being captured, and so on and so forth. If there's any information you gave them about us that would be helpful for us to know, please share it.
Gave them nothing. But took from them everything, though.
Very good, very good. An
Time
iron
to
column
beat
will need
off.
to be formed. That will take time. I believe the Temple of Zarbod will probably end up spearheading that, so you all may inquire there if you wish to join it.
We have a sort of settle with one of them, so I believe, yes, we would be riding out with him.
Right. And from the treasury, he will have his guys get 2,000 gold pieces in verified gemstones, whatever quantity you'd like them to be in. You want it in hundreds? Good. You want it in 500s? Good. 250s? Good. You get the gist. And party! Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Y'all can have the 2,000 XP for the gold, as well as an additional 850 XP for monsters and roleplay between all members. That is to say, each person gets 850 on top of that.
Okay. So Beltrix and Garrick are gonna take 2 100 or 100,000
1000s.
go gem. Yes.
Okay, duly noted. Alright, I'll give you all a chance to put in your XP if you want to level up, because I'm sure a couple of you are leveling up from this. And ooh, hey,
I'm
Cleo,
pretty
good
sure
try
it's gonna
too.
take them a while to get everything settled.
No, wait, hold on. Cleo
Not
is
leveling up.
hmm
Even from that, and alright.
Witchers have an XP that starts at 4,000.
Yep.
Oof.
Well, any of you that do level up from this, you're gonna need to train to apply the level up.
That's 850,
So-
right?
850 plus 2000.
Okay.
Hey, I finally got some notes off my clipboard.
Dungeon Master, I've leveled up
GG. Both of yous?
twice. Yes.
Oh,
Yay.
you're right.
Alright.
So, can I keep
So-
all the...
Well, at this point, you're still, first level to apply level ups by training and such. So, new day. 1 second. 1:35. Comma. Like 5 p.m.
Did we ever decide what armors Witchers not allowed to wear?
Guys, I know I say, hey, we should go till 12, and hey, 2 sessions a week and stuff. And boy, has my sleep been fucked because of that. Would y'all be willing to end here at 10?
Can I do one thing though?
Yeah, absolutely. Queue up your actions and stuff, but the longer I go, the more I feel like I'm not running a good session. And I know, y'all got through this. You got the XP. You survived. You figured out who was fucking with you.
We did not decide if they have any armor restrictions.
Witchers, it's encouraged to travel fast because you need to move fast, but you can do whatever. Practicing certain skills, it's same as a thief. Like, okay, hide in shadows is harder with heavy armor. Move silently in full plate. Okay, yeah. Clunk! Clunk! I'm moving silently. Clunk! Clunk!
I don't know. I don't
Alright, so
actually know how much we're going off of the actual Witchers. Like, I don't know if
Honestly,
we have like,
honestly,
rules
I
or
don't
something
know.
else.
It's
Eminem,
fun.
can I just go ahead and roll my HP but not apply it?
Alright. Oh yeah, party. On the off chance that life energy level draining happens, y'all end up having to reduce stuff, like you fight a vampire or a white or whatever. Keep track of how much HP you got per level up. This way, it's just like, oh, I go back 2 levels, so I got 11 from that, and 13 from that, so I go back down that many.
Really noted.
That's something we should have been doing from the start, but it only really occurred to me recently when I was looking at vampires to throw out the... You didn't hear anything.
Can I go ahead and roll for the HP then?
100%.
I'm assuming it is going to take them quite a long time to get the Iron Column, like, actually.
Oh, it's gonna take some time to assemble. Like, you've got fighters of Zarba that will be happy to hop on in, and there's occasional adventurers, but this isn't like Rinvera the month before or after the Tournament of Fighters, where there's just fighters up the wazoo. This is Toriel. It's this nice northern city. Their primary export is fish. It's got these
Question double
docks over the water that's still in range of the magic crystal, and people go there with fishing rods and fish in the bay that's always plentiful with fish. It's great. Yes, Dom.
Alright.
Is your brain too much of mush to talk about things?
I can talk about things, but I can't
Holy
guarantee the
shit.
responses will be nice intelligent.
Shit. Fuck, I got all those working stuff, but I should build more forms.
So I can't
Okay.
apply it, correct? I can just roll it and have it ready for the next one?
Yep, you can roll it and have it ready. You want to see the other one?
Yeah, just give me 16 plus. Yeah, game.
32.
16 plus.
One of my
Very cool. Okay, there we go.
Bro, imagine having a 19 con with that kind of die roll.
Alright, that's above half. That's 10.
Yep. That's still pretty damn good. Minimum 10 HP per level up, because, Naomi, I don't know if you're still here with us, but one of the things we do on this world and a couple others, when you roll your HP, you get to re-roll if it's under half, because the world is typically brutal and kills you over and over and over and over, so you get a bit of a leg up. Start at max HP, that kind of deal. Okay.
Damn, now I wish I'd put that 16 with the Garrick, but oh well. Beltrix was first.
Oh, hey, party, I goofed out. No, wait, hold on, I didn't. That's right. Nope, that is there.